What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Draxler's player moments. So he is an 87 cam, obviously another PSG special with finesse shot, flair and outside of the foot. We've had quite a few SBCs today. We've had Draxler, Paqueta and obviously Nkunku. So we are going to be looking at all three of them. Obviously, I think Draxler is a little bit overpriced in terms of what you could get for him. Coming in with an 83, 85 and 87. He's coming in at about 250k. And yes, I think Ligue 1 is definitely screaming out for midfielders, especially special ones that can link with your Neymars, your Mbappes and your Messis, which I think is why he is more expensive than what naturally he kind of would be. But in terms of kind of at the point of all of the SBCs we've got, I think he is definitely coming in a little bit higher, and especially because he is technically in the Adidas promo, but he hasn't got an Adidas card. There is no upgrade for him. He will stay like this. There's no 99 upgrade. So I think it's a little bit up and down. I think if they definitely did him as an Adidas card, then yes, this is fair enough. He'd have a 99 stat at some point, but unfortunately he is not. In terms of his stats though, he has got a very well balanced card, quite a nice CM to be honest, and I think the chemistry style we're kind of locked in with is going to be that engine. It'll give him 90 pace, which will get 92 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. He'd then get 92 passing, which already is pretty up there. Good short pass. Obviously long pass would get a little bit of an increase to 88, and then you get that nice 94 dribbling bonus, taking his agility balance to 91 and 90, and then giving him 99 dribbling. He is a little bit taller than what I personally would imagine. He's 6'2" with a 4-star, 5-star, so there is some good category with him. Personally, we've not really used him at all this year because he is only an 80 to begin with, so it is quite a nice +7, so I will give him that. I just think maybe that 87 rated SBC could have been an 86, and I know that's really picky, but I think that is personally where I'd kind of put him at. But we've done him. Let's jump into him and see what Draxler can do for us. Lovely turn from Draxler, going back on the inside again. It's quite a nice card, to be honest. Probably should have released the ball a bit quicker, but I think in terms of the actual card, he actually really isn't that bad. I think it is just because he is necessarily one of the more expensive ones that we've seen so far. I just think that maybe he could have been a little bit cheaper, but when you kind of do look at the fact that he has had a +7, who he links with, kind of the midfield in Ligue 1, I can kind of see where they're coming from, really. Plus, you can get the likes of Verratti, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, and him all on links. I think that actually is quite a nice little deal there for 250. But again, I do think it is mainly because we haven't seen really that expensive of SBCs as of yet. Pushing really far back here. We need to try and go forward that little bit. Messi is going to find Draxler again. We're looking for Messi again. Going to try and... Messi's gone straight into the middle here. Going to get overrun by Adidas, in fact, Hummels. We are going to win it back, and Hakimi is not letting up that ball to Hummels. There's no way. Find that ball straight into Aubameyang. Gonna find Messi. He's gone for the chip, and that is a beautiful play there. Aubameyang, still one of my favourite strikers so far. Little 1-2 from Messi. Can we find that through ball? There it is with absolute precision into Aubameyang, but Messi's right foot really not that it at the minute. Good block from Draxler. Can we find the ball there? Looking for Mane through. It's a solid pass. Gonna find the keeper off his line. Little chip from Mane, and you love to see it. 3-1. Oh, Draxler. I really didn't even know that. Oh, that's a turn and a half. You love that. I didn't even know that he was a 4-star, 5-star as well. We're looking for him here. Going for that finesse left foot, and everybody is on the score sheet right now. Draxler just playing through and doing what he does best. I think Draxler's definitely been introduced as quite a nice card for me. Passing wise was been brilliant. His kind of play up and down the pitch is nice. Obviously his shooting is pretty decent, to be fair. And I think the kind of big kind of attribute that he has, that is poor. That was personally my problem there. Shouldn't have passed so early. But I think the biggest thing that he's got that a lot of people necessarily don't is that 5-star weak foot. That is already a big dub. Not many players have that, and I think that is going to be a very big asset into what you want from him. That is a stunning ball. Went for a kind of a lackluster shot, but you've always got to hit it in them moments, especially if it's his review. And I think most definitely the one thing that I do notice is he is kind of agile. For somebody who's 6'2", really isn't necessarily that kind of stiff sort of player. So that's always a nice thing to have in a player like that, is that he isn't necessarily all kind of blocky and quite big. He is quite agile for obviously the build that he has got. So going into Draxler, coming in at pretty much at about 250 across the board. Again, like Paqueta, 3 SBCs to complete, an 83 with 1 in form, an 85 with just a League Gun requirement, and also 87 with just a German requirement. And I think everything is nice here, bar from the German. I think the 87 is a little bit expensive, and to be honest, I did kind of sit back and think, actually, links with Messi, links with Mbappe, links with Neymar, obviously the Verratti rule breaker. There's not really that many great league and kind of midfielders at the moment. He's gone up by a +7. The stats are quite nice. He's a 4-star, 5-star. Actually, he isn't a bad card for that price, to be honest. And I think you got to sit back and think, not every card has to be a big name. We're looking at obviously like the Mbappes. We're thinking, okay, that's going to be an expensive SBC. But in terms of this card, he's got his fundamentals right. I think in terms of the 4-star, 5-star is absolutely phenomenal. He's a great midfielder. He's had a lovely, lovely upgrade. We can see 11 on the pace, 9 on the shooting, 6 on dribbling and passing, 12 defending and 5 physical. It's not a little upgrade. He's definitely had a big boost. And with the engine, you can see what he's capable of. A great 88 centre mid or a 90 cam if you wanted. He is really good at pushing forward, but then nice at going back as well. I think you've kind of got a couple of options like down below, as you can see, 57 votes, but I think the anchorage again is quite a nice one. If you are willing to sacrifice the balance just to get a little bit more defending, I know it's not going to be a huge difference, but I think again it isn't a bad little option if you wanted more of a centre mid card. I think Anchor's definitely better than Shadow, just because I think that physical boost would actually be quite nice. But like I was explaining in the review, even with having the engine on, I noticed that being 6'2", he's still relatively agile. Quite a nice kind of lean kind of body build. I think, is he unique on this, or is he body type high and average? So I personally don't know what that means, but he does feel a little bit kind of tall but lean. He's not necessarily a stocky player, and it definitely shows in the game. Passing wise is absolutely phenomenal. Very, very good passer. Has a little bit of a shot on him as well, which you cannot complain about. Obviously has flair, finesse shot, and outside of the foot. So basically a perfect cam traits for me. I always love that outside of the foot and finesse, just in case you want to whip one in. We've seen multiple goals from him. I think he definitely plays up and down the pitch quite nicely, and with the engine, I think he just comes into a very well balanced card. Great attacking, defending. Like I say, the actual stats don't look amazing, but he does a job. He's 6'2", he's not necessarily the smallest player on the pitch, and he can put his body away in front of the player. So for me, I think he is actually quite a nice SBC, and I'd probably say the 86 rated SBC in comparison to the 87, which I'd like to change, I think would be fair enough, and I think that would be the better price. But actually, when looking at the card and kind of seeing his in-games and actually playing with him, I really couldn't complain too much about him. With obviously, if you consider the links, the body type, the kind of skill move, weak foot, and obviously the fact that Ligue 1 just don't have many midfielders. If we do have a quick look before we finish off, we've obviously got Verratti. We'll kind of take Pele out of it because $620 to buy him. A little bit expensive, but if we look at Verratti, Draxler and Fofana, you've got yourself your perfect midfield there. If you went in with Wijnaldum as well, you've got 3 PSG midfielders linking to Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, obviously Kimpembe, Marquinhos at the back, Hakimi at right back. You've got a very, very nice PSG team already. I think only kind of Ferland Mendy would be the kind of replacement for the left back, as I don't think PSG really have that good of a left back in terms of FIFA especially. Yeah, we've got Bernat, or to be fair, Nuno Mendes. If he manages to get any sort of upgrade, we could actually look at quite a nice left back there, but unfortunately right now, not really hitting it. In terms of Draxler's overall review, I'd have to be giving him somewhere around about the 8.5 to 8.7. I think there is still things I would like to increase. Obviously, as a more overall kind of player, would love more defending, a bit more physical on him. Maybe even aggression would be quite nice. I think stamina is relatively decent. Jumping's up there. So there is only a few things I'd like to kind of increase. But I think in terms of the attacking options, he's absolutely solid. So I think he's a good player. Let me know down below if you're going to be completing Draxler. And I'll see you all for the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.